What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to GNR Frank. My name is Francisco, and today let's go ahead and talk about my latest gaming headset review, the HyperX Cloud Revolver. Let's go. Okay, so a couple of weeks back, I decided to, go ahead and get another headset, get something else to try, and being the huge HyperX fan that I am, I went ahead and tried out one of the headsets of theirs that I actually have never, ever used, and that is, of course, the HyperX Cloud Zero headset. Now, let's start off with what this thing looks like, what comes in the box, etc., yada, 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 boom, boom. So, the headset obviously comes in the box. It's a very nice matte finish headset. It's got some, gear-looking siding to the ear cup here. It has one of those interesting headbands that is like the guys that stretch up as you put them on, so it doesn't really adjust too much. You should be able to, I believe, no, you can't adjust it at all. It adjusts itself based off of how far up it can go. So yeah, might be out of luck if your head's too big. I consider myself to have a huge cranium, so this actually fits very comfortably on my head. I wouldn't worry too much about it. And then as far as durability and flexibility, it's pretty flexible. It's pretty durable so far as far as the headband is concerned, right? So it feels like it's got some decent amount of tension, and other than that, the cord is braided. Now, unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of this, but the cord is actually attached to the headphone itself, so it cannot come off. Isn't a huge problem, but I don't like it. I've never have liked that. I like being able to detach the cords for organization's sake when I'm not using them, but that's okay. Other than that, there are a couple of other things inside of the box. You're gonna get some paperwork. Nobody cares about that. And then, of course, you're gonna get the detachable boom mic, and there is a PC adapter. Let me see if I can find it. Haha, right here. And this guy's actually hooked up to my motherboard at the moment, so I'm not gonna be able to unplug it and do all that shenanigans, but it's a fairly long cord. It does have inline volume control with the wheel here, up and down, up to increase, down to decrease, and then a mute switch. So this is really cool because you have to slide it down to mute it and slide it back up to unmute. And what I really do like about this is that it has a little clip. So usually what I do is I clip it to my right pocket with the volume wheel facing up, and then boom, it's right there ready for me to control my volume. I don't have to worry about anything craziness. Let's talk about the fit now. The fit of the headset, well, very comfortable. Extremely comfortable. It does have pleather ear cups, and it is a closed back headset. I can kind of hear myself speaking, but then again, it's actually very muffled, so it does a great job of canceling noise coming in from the outside, and it also does a great job of keeping sound in and from getting out. As far as fit is concerned, again, it sits over the ear, or around your ears, if you will, and the headband here applies just enough tension to where it sticks them to the side there, and they sit there. And you can tell you have them on, but it's not uncomfortable, which is interesting because usually when a headphone has too much tension, they're a little bit more on the uncomfortable side of things, but these guys are doing a fantastic job. All good things must come to an end, and I was actually filming a different video at the moment, prior to this one, and I already found one nasty flaw with the build quality of this headset, and actually it's very disappointing. The inside of my ear cup right here the stitching is coming undone, and I've owned this headset for 2.5 weeks maybe, and I'm very gentle and I'm not rough with any of my property because I work very hard for my money, and therefore I take care of my things. But yeah, sure enough, you see it right there, you see the red? You're not supposed to see red at all. That's not okay. If you look at the other ear cup right here, you don't see any red anywhere. Why? Because the stitching is done well there, but on this one right here, which would be my left ear pad, it's coming undone. That's a bunch of bullshit. For $120, that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm calling it right now. Let's get into a little bit more detail about sound. So, like I said, I've been playing Call of Duty Warzone with this headset quite a bit. I have played Jedi Fallen Order. I have played a bit of Civilization 6. I have listened to some music on it. I have played Pro Evolution Soccer 2020. I've played a good range of games, right? And each game sounds good on this headset, but not one of them sound amazing. And the red flag here for everybody should be that Call of Duty Modern Warfare has some of the best sound design when it comes to first-person shooters, yet this headset doesn't do the best job at really bringing that audio experience to life. The soundstage is decent. I'm able to hear footsteps and the directional cues and where they're coming from, but at about the time I hear it, it's almost too late. So if you're trying to get a headset for a competitive edge in a game like Call of Duty Warzone, this might not be the one for you. It's bass heavy, right? It is a closed back headset, so it is kind of bass heavy, but it's not overpowering bass like the HyperX Cloud Alphas were for me. So at least in that regard, it does a better job. I'm still pretty pissed off that the stitching is coming undone. I actually can't get over that. It's annoying me. So we'll kind of move on there. Sound-wise, it's okay. Is it $120 worth of sound? Nah, I don't think so. Not one bit. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest with you. And to give everybody an idea of what kind of connections and setups I've been using, I have used I've used my Astro A40 mix amp on it. I have used it plugged in straight to the controller, and I've used it with the PC adapter, which is analog, to the back of my PC on my motherboard using the onboard sound card on my Asus motherboard. Right now, it sounds amazing. Or it sounds, the best sound so far has come out of it using the motherboard, of course. And next would be the straight to the controller setup, but the worst setup has been using the Astro Mix Amp. It's not been even close to being the best. Nothing to really write home about regarding sound, so let's talk about the microphone. Maybe they did something better there. So we got the microphone hooked up to the HyperX Cloud Revolver. I'm not using any post-processing at the moment. About the only thing I may end up doing in the video is probably boosting up the volume. These microphones tend to be a little bit on the quiet side sometimes, so in order for you to really hear what it sounds like, I usually try to put the volume up just a few more decibels. The microphone, in my opinion, sounds pretty clear. It sounds pretty clean. I've got no real complaints on it. I haven't heard anything negative from it from the people that I've played online with it. And I guess if I had to be like super nitpicky about it, the only thing I would say in a negative light about the microphone is that it kind of just sits in this position. Like, I don't know, I feel like I should be able to bring the microphone a little closer to my mouth just to kind of pick up some better audio, but it defaults itself back to this position. So it doesn't seem like it really gives too much at all. It goes right back. So maybe this is just because I haven't used it for too much, but yeah. And it's sad to an extent because there's three things that go into a headset, in my opinion: sound quality, build quality, mic quality, right? And I think that I would have rather have poorer mic quality and have better build quality. The fact that the stitching on my damn ear cup is coming undone is truly annoying me, because I know how hard it can be for people to spend $120 on a headset, and for the stitching to come undone so quickly is utterly unacceptable. And I'm going to be returning this headset. That's just, there's no way. Like, that's incomprehensible to me that the stitching would come undone this way. But I digress. We're not talking about the build right now. We're talking about the mic. This is the microphone, y'all. This is what it sounds like. Fair is fair. The microphone sounds fine to me. I don't see any serious issues with it. Hopefully after sometimes when I record these things for y'all, it sounds great when, like, I'll do some recording samples right before I actually record the final part of it all, and it sounds great. But then when I put it in Adobe and I edit it all in and then just upload it all to YouTube, it sounds a little different. Now, granted, that could be some quality loss from exporting the video to uploading it to YouTube. Who knows, right? It could be something like that. But this microphone sounds solid. I got no complaints there. All right, y'all. To sum it all up, here's the deal. I love HyperX. I really, really do. I've loved all their products. I have a HyperX keyboard. I have a HyperX mouse that I'm not using anymore. I've had HyperX headsets in the past, but this headset is not worth $120. I wouldn't pay $100 for it, and I would probably still wouldn't pay $80 for it at all. The sound is okay, but it's nothing to write home about. I feel like I've paid less for better sound. I've paid more for better sound, and I've paid about the same for better sound. It's crazy. The fact that the HyperX Cloud Core, which is a cheaper headset, sounds better than this is alarming. The fact that cheaper headsets have better stitching on your ear cups is alarming. The fact that the microphone sounds pretty good on this headset is about the only redeeming quality here. The headset looks nice. It's got a cool design. I don't mind the design whatsoever, but the fact that the sound just isn't there for what you pay, the fact that the stitching is coming undone within about 2 weeks of using it and buying it and getting it shipped to my house. It's only been 2 weeks, y'all. This is crazy. This is utterly unacceptable, and it's very sad because I hold HyperX in high esteem for the quality of their products. Now, it's possible I got a bunk unit. Maybe so, but you know what, y'all? Some of us don't have the luxury of being able to spend $120 and going back and returning it. Things happen. The thing is, I just can't recommend it. in good conscience, I've got a lot of people that watch these videos now. I have people that ask me questions about what they should get, why they should get it, is it good, is it bad? And I'm not about to lead y'all astray. I'm not about to help you waste your money, because I know how hard I work for my money. I can imagine how hard you work for your money, and I just wouldn't be right. I don't recommend it. Get it at your own risk. You can definitely get something way better at less, or at least at equal cost, but this headset is just not worth it. And I'm very sorry to say that. It saddens me to say that, because again, I am a HyperX fan. I have a HyperX keyboard. I have HyperX mice. I have 2 HyperX mice, okay? I have 2. One for my laptop and one for my computer. And now I'm using a Logitech mouse because, my God, they're the king of making mice. Anyways, I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video. I hope you found it very informative. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribed to the channel. Thank you for all of you who consistently check out the content, watch my streams, listen to the podcast, watch these videos. Y'all are amazing. You are why I do what I do. So thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're almost at 2K. Let's keep it going. Much appreciated. Y'all be good, be safe, take care of yourselves, take care of one another. Peace out.